Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Russell here, and this will just be a quick video to let you know that tomorrow, Monday, May 10th, the 16th application period for the CRB is opening up. Now this is the 16th period out of a possible maximum 19 periods as of right now. We're going to get into how that could change very soon. But that means that after this application period, there's only about 6 weeks left of the CRB in its current state. Now there are some changes coming down the pipeline for the CRB, and it's all part of Bill C-30. Bill C-30. This Bill C-30 is the implementation act or bill that's being passed through the House of Commons, trying to implement a whole range of different things from the recent federal budget that Chrystia Freeland and Justin Trudeau revealed a couple weeks ago. Now, we have to keep our eyes on this bill because depending on what happens, there could be some changes to the CRB, and we're going to get into some of the videos that I've made over the past week that explain this, because as I'd like to do every single time there's a new application period that's opening up, I like to give you information about all the videos we've made on the channel over the past 2 weeks, because I recognize not everybody's gonna have all the time to watch every single video every day. So you can watch this video all the way to the end to recognize that, hey, here's a video that I want more information on. You can click the link in the description about that video so you can get all the information that is actually important to you specifically. But before we get into it, make sure to check out the link in the description where you can get 45% off the Canada Money Mastery program with coupon code INVEST. This is the cheapest the program's ever going to be, and we've just added more sections about rebuilding your credit, how to start investing if you've never invested before, how to save more, how to earn more, and then funnel that all into investing to set yourself up to have a stronger financial future. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, because certainly the Canadian government isn't teaching us this stuff, well, check out that link in the description so you can get a better idea of if the program is a good fit for you. The first video we made was about the very beginning stages of the budget. You'll know that the budget was released back on April 19th, and they spent pretty much a whole week debating this budget, but it was only supporting the budget in general. You may already know that once a budget is passed through that initial phase, well, the government who proposed that budget has to write a big giant legislative bill to get this actually passed. But this video talks about the very first step and whether or not other parties were able to add amendments to this bill to make changes to things like senior support payments, as well as whether or not the CRB would go up or down. Then we talked a little bit about the current problems that are going on in the Canadian housing market right now. I know personally as a realtor in the Greater Toronto area that it's definitely tough out there for young Canadians to get into their first home. And right now it seems like there's this triangle of the different aspects of the Canadian government as well as other regulators of the Canadian real estate industry that are all sort of pointing fingers at each other saying, hey, you're the ones that are supposed to deal with this. No, you're the ones that are supposed to deal with. No, you're the ones that are supposed to be solving this problem. And we're not really getting many answers or many steps taken to potentially solve some of these problems. So we talk about all of that, and I show you clips from the Bank of Canada, from Chrystia Freeland, all sort of skirting their responsibility to do anything about this housing crisis and some potential solutions that we could see in the future. So if you're interested in that, if you're ever curious about getting a home, make sure to watch that video. Then we talked about the absolute mammoth of a bill that is Bill C-30. This is the Budget Implementation Act. It was just revealed last Friday, and inside of this act, well, they were trying to implement certain measures from the budget that was announced. So by watching this video, you're going to get a better idea of what was most important to the Liberals to deal with in the budget and what they were going to sort of like push to the side and say like, hey, yeah, it was in the budget, but we'll just do that a little bit later. So this highlights the things that are most important to the Liberals in what's actually inside of this bill. And it's important to watch this one because going forward, these next videos are going to be about the current debate that's ongoing around these issues of Bill C-30, this mega bill. Then there was a video about my cryptocurrency portfolio. I talk about the 3 cryptocurrencies that I'm currently holding, why I'm holding them, and this is especially helpful for people who are maybe interested in cryptocurrency but don't really know why they'd invest in it right now. We also talk about some of the best ways to purchase this cryptocurrency. Again, there's a link in the description where you can get $25 when you trade $100 in cryptocurrency on the Newton platform. So if you're interested, check that out. And I also have videos on what that method looks like and a sort of walkthrough on how to do it if you're interested in getting started for the very first time. Then, as you may know, as part of the budget, the Liberals are proposing to lower the CRB rate from $500 to $300 for some people who are on the CRB. Now, it's very confusing the way that they're determining who is going to be lowered and who's going to actually have some weeks left over to go back to the typical rate, the $2,000 a month rate or $500 a week. So in this video, I do my best to break down this rather complex formula that they're using to determine who's going to have their CRB potentially extended, who's going to have theirs lowered. We'll go over a couple different examples of different people in different situations and what exactly would happen to them, as well as the dates that you could see these payments being lowered from that $500 a week limit down to that $300 limit. So do your best to watch all the way through this video, maybe a second time if it's a little bit complex on getting your head around what exactly happens for your situation. But this is definitely one that if you're on any of these benefits, even EI, because it relates to EI as well, it's definitely one you're not going to want to miss. Then we talked about the $1,200 benefit boost to the Canada Child Benefit for parents of children who are under the age of 6. Now, this has been a long time coming. It was part of Bill C-14. That was actually put forward way back in November of 2020, and for various reasons, it got delayed and delayed and delayed. Sort of speaks to how slowly the government can move at times. But now it's finally made its way all the way through the Senate, and this is official. It should be coming rather soon. The CRA hasn't put out much more information about when parents could be seeing this hit their account if they're already receiving the CCB and they have children who qualify. But in this video, we go over who exactly qualifies for this, how you can qualify for it, as well as the other things inside of this bill that has just become official, like a pause on student loan interest, as well as a increase of Canada's credit limit, the amount that the Canadian government can borrow before meeting their ceiling of the maximum amount of money that they can borrow, which they're getting close to with this current government. A lot of spending going on. Whether or not you think it's positive or negative, well, that's for you to decide, and leave me a comment. What do you think? And then the debate began about this Bill C-30, the mega bill that would bring in changes for OAS to certain seniors over 75, the CRB changes, as well as changes for students and countless other Canadians. Well, it's all inside of this bill, and the debate has officially begun about it. So I've been covering that over the past couple of days. We're talking about which parties are in support of cutting the benefits, like the Liberals are wanting to do, which parties are fighting or pushing back against the splitting up of the seniors into two different classes, 75 plus and 65 plus. It seems like there's more support growing for this to be attributed to all seniors as opposed to just the 75 plus. I'll show you which parties are actually pushing for that, which ones are saying, hey, it's okay, we'll just leave it how it is, and exactly what this means and how close they are to actually being finished this debate and having this legislation actually become a reality. So if you're interested in following that, it's ongoing right now. You can check out those videos, but of course, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to keep you updated about this bill and how likely it is to pass and what that means for you depending on what situation you're personally in. But that just about does it for all of the things that we've talked about over the past 2 weeks. I know it's quite a lot. Let me know what you think about any of these topics down in the comments section. I read every single one of those, and make sure to check out the link in the description where you can get 45% off the Canada Money Mastery program with coupon code INVEST. That coupon code's not going to last forever, so make sure to check it out and see if it's a program that you think would be a good fit for you. It gives you direct access to ask me questions, as well as a number of other things. So make sure to check that out. And with all of that said, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really hope this video has helped you out at least a little bit, and I'll see you next time.
This channel is supported by viewers like you. Thanks, channel members.